Welcome to Cat Scratch Kitchen. Today we're about to embark on a sweet adventure, recreating Aldi's famous oatmeal cranberry cookies. They're chewy, unadulterated oatmeal cookies with juicy cranberries. No nuts, dark chocolate, or white chocolate chips, just simple, delicious cookies. People love them. In fact, you're lucky if you can find them. Are you drooling yet? Because I am. But here's the best part. You don't need to run to Aldi just to find they're sold out. We're making them right here, right now. Grab your apron, preheat that oven, and let's dive into the recipe. First, I've got a half a cup of butter in a large bowl. We're going to be creaming our butter and sugars together. We're going to start out with 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Now we're going to add a half a cup of white sugar, regular granulated sugar, and these are a really chewy cookie. So one of the things that you want to remember when you're trying to make a chewy cookie is to have more brown sugar than your white sugar. Brown sugar holds the moisture better, and so you'll end up with a chewier cookie. Now we're going to mix these together until they're nice and creamy. Okay, now we're going to add 2 eggs. And we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. The better quality vanilla you have, the nicer it'll taste in the cookie. Now we're just going to beat this well again until everything's combined. Now you can see it's nice and fluffy, and we're ready to mix together our dry ingredients. So we're going to set this aside for a minute. Okay, now we're going to take a second bowl, smaller bowl, and we're going to use 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and we're going to have a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That we're just going to add to our flour, and we're just going to whisk this all together. Now we're going to bring back our wet ingredients, and we're going to start adding our dry ingredients just a little at a time to the wet ingredients while we're mixing until they're all gone. Okay, once it's all mixed together, you don't want to keep mixing it too long, because if you overmix your flour, that's also going to contribute to some dryness for your cookies. Now we're going to add our oatmeal. And I'm using rolled oats, old-fashioned rolled oats. You don't want to use the instant oats. We're looking for that texture in there. And we have 3 cups of oats. And then I have dried cranberries. I'm using the unsweetened dry cranberries just because I like the tartness that it adds to the sweet cookie. And we need a whole cup of those. Now we're just going to mix it all together till everything's well combined, just by hand. Now we're going to set our dough in the fridge for about 10 minutes, because that's going to let it firm up just a little bit so that when you put it on your cookie sheets and put it in the oven, it's not going to spread out too far. The oven is going to be preset to 350 degrees, and you can do that while this is sitting in the fridge. Our cookie dough has been in the fridge for about 10 minutes, chilling. Now I have a 1 tablespoon scoop. I like to use that, but either way you're going to buy a tablespoon is what you're going to dip it out by, and you want them about 2 inches apart. Use a cookie sheet that's ungreased. You can use parchment paper or a silicone mat, and we're going to put them on the tray and get them ready to go in the oven. Now the ones that you buy from Aldi, you get 10 cookies for right around $3.50. Now I'm going to put them in the oven, and again it's preheated at 350 degrees, and we're going to bake them for 8 to 10 minutes. You want the outer edge golden. The center can still be just a little bit undone. That's going to help us have nice soft chewy cookies and not dry cookies. Okay, here's our first batch of cookies. You can see they're just barely brown around the outside. still kind of light in the middle. Now I let them sit in the pan for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to put them on a cooling rack and let them cool completely. Some of them I let get a little bit browner, but this is really the brownness that you want. And you can see how soft they are. They're nice and chewy. Absolutely perfect. And now our kitchen is filled with the aroma of freshly baked oatmeal cranberry cookies, just like the ones you'd find at Aldi. Take a moment to appreciate these golden, chewy delights. Pure bliss, perfection. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this recipe, and don't forget to share your cookie creations with me. I'd love to see them. As always, the recipe is just below the like button, as well as a link so that you can print it out for yourself. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today, and until next time, keep baking, keep smiling, and have fun in the kitchen.